What up, everybody? It's your boy Solo Foe, and I'm back with another episode of So What's the Issue? And today I'm going to be talking about degrading women. And I'm going to let y'all know the other day I got approached by someone basically saying that I do, basically implying that I degraded women because I use the word female. Now, real quick, just hear me out real quick before y'all click off. Um, the reason why I use the word female is because I'm coming from a day and age and a generation where female didn't have like a sensitivity to it. It was literally just the word female. So just the way I would say the word male, I would say the word female. So there's no downgrading or degrading. I know that nowadays people have like a new wokeness to the word, but that's not my thing. But basically, the reason why I'm talking about this is I never have to blow anybody's candle out to make mine brighter. But I seen something on the internet the other day that really kind of bothered me, and it was the video of Jay Prince Jr. Making this, well, not making this girl, but having this girl kiss on his elbow and like basically be sensual on camera and stuff like that. And it rubbed me wrong because I'm looking at the video and I'm like, that's degrading. Like, why do you feel the need to record her, have somebody else record her doing that to you? And what that looks like to me is displaying a form of power. And it's like, why do niggas that get into a position feel like they can use their money and wealth to basically like treat women a certain type of way? Like that's bad on you. That should look bad on you. You should why is it that niggas nowadays don't want to actually some things okay, you can maybe say certain things taking it too far and as being a gentleman. Maybe walking on the outside of the street, on the curb whenever you're walking down the street. Maybe opening the door you might feel like is a bit too much. Or maybe pumping gas at the gas station might be a bit too much. But certain things is just, bruh, outright, like, so for me personally, you won't get on the internet and ever see a woman actually talking about my treatment or whatever of her because I actually came up in a situation as far as my mother, basically. I watched her treatment for years after years, and it honestly grew to make me feel a type of way. And basically, between her getting cheated on, people, the domestic violence, and just the talk and just there's a lot of stuff that just made me feel like, Ma, you really deserve better than that. Like it really hurt my feelings because I really felt like at all points in time, like well not yeah, all points in time my mom basically didn't deserve the treatment because she was a hard lover. She really loved hard, and all my life I wish that somebody would reciprocate that form of love to her. Because the way that I feel, basically, she loved her relationships so much that I felt like me as her child got put on the back burner. Like me as her child, I didn't get the first look, the first anything. And people are like, hey, that's kind of selfish, you shouldn't feel like this because moms go through whatever. But no, the second that you have a child, your child should become your priority. And I feel like that for men and women. And basically, because I watched this happen for so many years, it made me feel like if when I get my woman, because I got bullied and I got teased a lot as a kid. The pretty girls in the classroom never really showed me any type of affection. They used to cling to the bullies, the niggas that had money, or, just this, the popular group, the people that are inside that popular group. So I always told myself, if I ever got one of these women that I deemed to be, a bad woman, I would treat them a certain type of way. And growing that thought, I treat all women basically with a respectful tone or tune to me. Now, do I have lapses whenever it comes to somebody I truly don't like? Sometimes, but only in certain situations. Only in certain situations. It's not a broad thing. But basically, for me, whenever I have my kids, I feel the need to teach my kid, hey, recording your girl are having a third party record your girl so you can put it in front of other people. And Jay Prince's thing was he was recording somebody's baby mama basically to taunt them. And I'm like, bro, that's not no. And the girl's a really pretty girl. The girl was really, really pretty. And it's like, that's not no way to actually treat a woman. And now people would be like, hey, bro, you can't tell nobody how to treat they girl because that's they girl. Everybody can treat. And it's like, no, you can't. No, you shouldn't. Just because you willing to be a dickhead don't mean that it's right. Just because you're willing to watch them see somebody else be a dickhead don't mean that it's right. No, I can't tell a man specifically what to do in his home, but at the same time, I can tell a man like, hey, don't abuse your woman and abuse the power that you have. If your girl wants to do stuff for you in a sensual, sexual way or in a relationship or, a loving, dearing type of way, okay, cool, that's fine, whatever. You can record that and keep that amongst yourselves. But when you take that and put that out to the world, like this is the way that I get treated, and you start acting like you holier or mightier than the next nigga, or you really got it like that, I don't get why people think that's okay. And then for the female, like, I'm sorry, but you're not treating yourself like a lady. You're not treating yourself like the woman that you should have been. And please do not come into my comments talking about she didn't have a father in her life. It don't matter if you had a father in your life or not. Certain things, the second that man pulled out a camera, and this is what I expect any female to do. I don't give a fuck which female. I expect every single female, if a nigga pulls out a camera with the intent of posting you being sensual, you need to get out of that relationship. Because that's obviously not a nigga that respects you. You need not to be around that nigga because that's a nigga that does not deserve no ass, because all he's going to do is take his power and leverage it over it. And people are going to go, oh, well, but he takes care of her. I don't give a fuck what type of taking care of. I'm not going to be disrespected for nothing, not one thing. Y'all talk about all these famous people be selling their souls. I'm sorry. If you're allowing yourself to be degraded for a bag, then because nobody really likes to paint the picture that way. Oh, well, he's taking care. No, he's throwing a bag your direction. He's treating you a type of way with a bag. Would you do it? Would you deal with that same bullshit if the nigga was broke? Would you deal with that same bullshit if the nigga was broke? Well, at least she got a nigga with money that's gonna take care. Don't none of that shit matter. Don't none of that shit make sense. If a nigga is basically treating you a type of way, there are niggas out here that got money that will take care of you the right way. Well, you gotta point them out. I can't tell you everything, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. When you got one, let the nigga go. Because the more females, especially the bad ones, and I hate to say that, I'm sorry for females that don't get treated like a bad female, but the more females that are bad that allow that type of behavior and allow that type of treatment, guess what? The more niggas are going to act that way because they know they can treat y'all that type of way. Well, what do we do in the meantime? Focus on you. Do what you got to do as a woman to where you won't need a nigga, to where you don't need. If you want companionship, let a nigga hit. If that's companionship, let a nigga hit. If you just want friendship or something like that, I'm sorry. Do that with one of your friends. Learn how to be alone. A lot of y'all got kids. Spend more time with y'all kids for companionship. I'm sorry. Stop letting niggas be the thing that treat y'all a type of way, because it's just not right. And it's such a bad look. And I really wish I could talk to that girl personally and tell her like, hey, dog, look, that's a bad look. That don't look good. Yeah, you might be the envy of your friends. Every female that you know might want to be with this one specific nigga. But that's not no way you should be treated. You should never be degraded for no reason. You as a woman should stand on some type of morals and principle. Oh, I don't fuck with broke niggas. That's not a principle. That's not a moral. That's not a principle, and that's not a moral. Like, that's not. But, I'm not going to make it a long video because, I want to do this video with a female. But, and there it is again. I said the word female because female doesn't mean anything bad to me. It's just a gender identifier. You see how I said it? But, yeah, that's the extent of it for me right there. But thank y'all for watching. It's been Solo Fold. It's been So What's the Issue. Hopefully y'all tune in for another one.